they could steal my glory. We done all the hard work for them. Stick to the plan, and we'll crush them.
Welcome on in everyone to Omens of Destruction. I'm Space Wizard Total War, and today we'll be starting up a new series with Gorbad Ironclaw. Usually Unity Creative Assembly provided me here with some early access to show you all some gameplay a little bit early, as this is a development in progress build here that all of the numbers and everything you see is going to be subject to change, and if anything does change, I'll go ahead and put so in the comments in a pinned comment, that way you can see it right away and know exactly what is different. Listen, I love the Ironclaw Orcs icon and the color scheme we have for the Ironclaw Orcs. I'm probably never going to play another greenskin faction besides, I don't know. But listen, I say that. Warzag and Skarsnicker are a ton of fun. But we are going to be playing as the Ironclaw Orcs. Their starting army is going to have a squad of biggins. Some orc boys with spears when we still called them choppers. Couple of normal orc boys, some more air boys, the boar boys, squig herd, and the brand new goblin bolt throwers, which are a anti-large armor piercing bolt thrower. You get 8 of them, and they don't deal that much damage, but they're goblins, so they're expendable. They're really just there to be a big nuisance. We'll see if we can make them work. For our faction effects, we have access to the plan, allowing for unique and powerful tactics to be applied by our armies. We'll also have improved rewards for successfully completing a WA, and we'll have more income from raising settlements by 15%, which is pretty hefty. We'll also have more global recruitment duration reduction by -1 for all of our faction units, or for all of our armies that is, which is actually quite insane. For reward effects themselves, we have 10% less upkeep for all units in the army, 100% more leadership aura size for Gorbad, the ability Orcs Are the Best, which is on a 90-second cooldown and allows you to buff up one of your units with a hefty armor piercing and base weapon damage boost, and some extra melee attack too. You also have the Gorbad's Wall that replaces the normal, giving you 20%, or 25% rather, base weapon and armor piercing damage, 24 melee attack, and then immunity to psychology. Quite harder but smarter, but harder. All clear, now to war! Let's get over here to the map. We're actually going to be starting in the Black Crag itself, which is going to be lots of fun. That's why Warzag was moved down to the Southlands to make room for the Ironclaw Orcs. They'd be butting heads pretty much right off the bat there. And if you're playing Gorbad, I mean, you want to try to go ahead and confederate with the other legendary lords pretty quickly. Gorbad Ironclaw is infamous even among the other orc warbosses, rising to fame, leading his tribe on countless successful wars. In his time, the good old exclamation point threw me off. It was also he who first built Iron Rock, one of the most redoubtable orc fortresses in the old world. Conquering greenskin tribes was never a real challenge for him either. It was his many horrific deeds in the Empire that saw him elevated to legendary status among his own kind, by the name of Gorbad Ironclaw becoming an inspiration, and a byword for invasions done proper. Gorbad is immensely strong even for an orc. Despite his obvious brawn, he is known to win battles using his head as well, with a good proper headbutt. He is known to, fielding goblins to effectively attack flanks or screen the troops' movements, and deploying massed archers, war machine batteries, and other tactical advancements too. In short, Gorbad Ironclaw always drives whichever ragtag greenskin host he is commanding, whether orcs or goblins they be, to do their utmost in the battle ahead. Right. For our battle here, we're going to be fighting on a very hard difficulty. No legendary, just because I really like to have some random slow-mo shots, and so we can't have that on legend, so this is just how it is. I've gone ahead and turned off the in-game scenarios because they're not my absolute favorite, and our AI stats modifier have been set to neutral. That way our orc boys, if they're fighting against other orc boys, without any buffs, anything like that, is going to be kind of a 50-50 toss-up who would win. Otherwise, if you give them any kind of buffs whatsoever, your orcs are going to lose every single time, which is no fun. So let's dive on in without further ado to war.
In the fires of battle, a mighty Warboss was forged. One of guile and cunning. where others know only brutality. No force can best this green tide. The annihilator of armies. Destroyer of empires. Gorbad Ironclaw now claims his place as the greatest of all war bosses.
Get ready for proper mayhem, lads. More claws itching for some mangling.
Some mangling. Time for some invasions done proper. How they play the Ironclaw Orcs unlock special tactics provided by to plan and equip them in your armies to grant bonuses and abilities. We're smashing through our enemies and settlements to increase our tribe's reputation level to receive faction-wide bonuses and unlock the Call to War button. We'll also be using the Call to War button to temporarily swell our unit numbers and target a settlement as the War's prize to raise or occupy in return for rewards. I'll be spending scrap collected after battles and raising settlements Here we go. We'll try again. Spend scrap collected after battles and raising settlements on unit equipment upgrades and technologies. Lovely. And then use the underway stance to avoid obstacles on the campaign map. First mission is to take down the army belonging to Scabby Eye. Our enemies gather to strike against us, so we need to have a preemptive strike and give them the old lobotomy with the axe. Lovely. You'll have an orc like no other. Equip any tactic in the plan panel. Your status as the greatest orc war boss is not just because you're the biggest, meanest, toughest, and strongest orc there is, but because in any given battle you possess something no other orc has. A plan. Leaves 1,000 treasury. Just for having a plan. This boy's name is Steve. This is the best spelling for Steve. Your name remains, sir. And again, like I was saying, the color scheme for the Ironclaw Orcs is perfect. Only probably equal in a measure would be the ones for Scarsting for the purple. So you're a Torturer. Less control and more base weapon damage. I mean, you're not so much a melee fighter, but we'll take it, I guess. Not the best ability. Steve, come on in here and join with Gorbad, which we'll go ahead and show off our big Ironclawed boy. Look at him. I need both this axe and this helmet, which my list of items I'm claiming from the Warhammer universe is getting to get quite big. We need a whole vault. Gorbad's wall is going to have a higher chance of containing biggins and boar units, which is quite nice. And we have the Big Banner Boys. We have unique scrap upgrades. The Big Banner Boys for all of our Orc Boys, Biggins, Orc Boys, and their Biggin variants as well. Let's go see what the Big Banner Boys does. We also got Narla as our unique mount. Makes him faster, has a little bit more health, and some charge bonus. He is the plan. We can just go through all his unique skills and check out his item. So Ears to Plan gives us more character experience gain faction-wide, more research rate, and then the ability Boss as a Plan, which is an active ability giving it a buff of 24 melee defense, 8 leadership, and expert charge defense for 1 unit in 150 meters on a 90-second cooldown. That's pretty solid. He's actually basically, now that I'm seeing it, he's basically a better, more melee-focused version of the Lord Magistrates. That's insane. In a great way. We got Boys to the Front next, which will give us more melee attack, melee defense, and weapon strength for melee infantry units faction-wide. Alright then. Shooters to the Back gives us 10% missile strength, 10% ammunition, and then Dig In for range units above rank 7. So as long as they've stood still for 25 seconds, they'll have 40% more range, 15% more missile resistance, and then expert charge defense. That's amazing. Yeah, Malachi and some of these other lords have to work really, really hard for their dig in, and he just goes, "Now we're elite now, boys." Riders on the flanks gives our cavalry a strider, as long as they're above rank 7, which just allows them to completely ignore combat and terrain penalties, which is awesome. 10% more movement rate, speed, and then 15% more charge bonus for all of our cavalry. We got I'll Lead to Charge, giving him Glorious Charge, which will double the duration of his charge bonus and give us a leadership penalty on foes, even if he strikes them in the front, like they've been hitting the flanks, which is amazing. It's the same thing that the Winged Lances and the Griffin Legion were the first ones to have it, and now it's been spread out a little bit more. But Glorious Charge is awesome. It also allows your charge bonus to double, so instead of lasting 10 seconds, it lasts for 20 seconds. Gives you 20 more charge bonus as well, and then the Great Leader passive, so as long as he is within 35 meters, everyone in range will be dealing 10 or having 10 more melee defense and attack both, which is just awesome. Turns your Orc boys into absolute monsters. We've also got Let's Go to Wah, giving us a Vigor Loss reduction for the whole army, Upkeep reduction for Wah mob units in this army, and then Frenzy for Wah mob units. So all of your boys you get after completing a wall, so the Armored Squig Hoppers, the Lava Spider Rider Archers, the Feral Hydra, Feral Wyvern, Super Squig, the Splody Boy, and then the Lava Ragnarok will all gain Frenzy, cost less, and also become less tired in battles, which is frankly insane, especially for the Lava Ragnarok. We've got the option to specialize. I think most of your war bosses now have the option to specialize. So we've got Big Ed trophies for bonus v large, and Small Ed trophies for bonus v infantry at rank 12. So you can design the war boss of your dreams. We've also got the Biggest Wall, just allowing us to build up some wall reputation at rank 20. Just per turn, 3 extra wall reputation is awesome and good to have. We've also got Following to Plan, so we automatically at rank 5, 10, or 5, 15, and 30, we will gain first an extra to plan tactics slot, and then more duration on to plan tactics. At 15, 2 more slots, and then 5 more turns duration, and then finally we'll gain 2 more slots again, and then infinite duration for to plan tactics, which is amazing, because normally these only last for 3 turns, which you will feel in the early game, but as you get more elite, it will last for much longer, up to infinite duration, so as long as you select a plan, that's the one they're using. And that's pretty amazing. That's all his uniques. For his item, we have More Glore the Mangler. There's nothing that mangles matter more than More Glore the Mangler. At rank 15, we'll have a quest battle for it, give us 10 more magical attacks, the ability More Glore the Mangler, so charge speed plus 25%, extra charge bonus, and it's 75% more base and armor-piercing weapon damage, which is just goofy strong. We also have Cause of Fear. A very good item. Love to see more than one, but such is not the way here this time. For our free LC changes, you'll notice the Orcs, we have a change to how the scrap upgrades work. So they've got a new UI panel here, and also you're able to equip more than one scrap upgrade at the same time. And they're just going to cost 30 additional scrap for every additional upgrade you equip. So if we have padded shields first, and then come down to grab big banner boys, they're then going to cost 80 instead of just 50. But you can equip all 3 of them. You can have fully equipped up boys instead of just having to choose between here's some liquor flasks, you don't need swords, fools, into the battle. Look at some of the upgrades we have, though. We've got padded shields here, which was the old 30 additional missile block chance and more armor, as long as their leadership is higher than wavering. Better blades with the simple extra weapon strength, and then big banner boys, which we saw earlier, gives us extra base weapon damage and armor piercing damage, or melee attack and leadership as they kill up to 200 enemies, which is a really, really good ability. Looks like our normal orc boys have the same. The biggins are going to have beta blades for more weapon strength, scrap armor for missile block chance and armor just across the board, and then big banner boys for them as well. Really here, I'm a big fan of the scrap armor. For our archers, we have combat skin sacks for ammunition and reload time reduction, increasing their missile strength by 3, then better bows, giving them an additional 28 range up to 168. That's awesome. 168 is above most of the crossbows they'll be fighting, so they'll actually get the first volley. They won't win that duel, but they'll at least get the first volley. For our cav, we have blinkers for more charge bonus, better blades of course, and then the big banner boys. For our squigs, we have squig spikes. These squigs always slam in head first, trap some spikes to their heads to make them hurt more. 5 more bonus v infantry, so they get up to 16 total, and then 20 more charge bonus, which is so strong. All of your squigs need squig spikes. For our bolt thrower, we have borrowed bolts for more missile strength, so they'll be up to 100. Ooh, so strong. Because 8 100 armor-piercing missiles flying at you is nothing to sneeze at, but it's still not amazing. We also then have the salvage artillery for 15% less reload time. So these two together probably makes them at least slightly formidable. Albeit probably just slightly. I figure out if there's any other changes that we can look at here. For even the big thinking, the tree is more or less the same. They've just changed up what some of the actual nodes give you. You also have the scrap all down here at the bottom. That way you can select the scrap upgrades you want instead of having to go through the tree and finding them in there. So you can just select the ones you want, which is awesome. For 250 scraps, we'll go ahead and grab ourselves some big thinking. We are going to go ahead and grab Big Boss Business into Go Bigger for more growth. We want growth bonuses sooner, that way they're getting flowing right off the bat. Gorbad, let's go ahead and equip you with a tactics. The plan is going to be his main campaign mechanic, and there are going to be a lot of them in here. So we've got 3 categories: the big plans, biggest strategies, we're going to be a little bit stronger but have more stringent unlock requirements. And then we've got the master tactics, which will be even more powerful, and again have even more stringent unlock requirements. So we get to start here with some big plans. We'll come through some of these master tactics and the bigger ones here in a bit, but we get to start with Gorbad's boys. So how the tactics work is you have to have a unit composition that matches whatever that tactic is. So for this boys, we need Gorbad himself, and then some Orc boys, 2 of any kind of Orc boy units. I will say just leave it to me and the boys. We'll get some upkeep production for all Orc boys and more boy units, and we'll gain to Gorbad's boys passive. So as long as Gorbad's nearby, they'll be gaining extra weapon damage, armor piercing damage, melee attack, and leadership, making them very, very mean. We've also got Light Them Up, which you'll need 2 archers of any kind and some squigs. We'll pour a bunch of grease over some squigs and let them loose, and then the fire arrows will do the rest. We'll give all of our squigs flammable, and then flaming attacks for all of our missile units, which is a really fun combo. This is probably my favorite of the early game ones that you get access to. Although I say that, we get right into the Erd mentality, which is just insane. 1 squig's gonna be murder, but a group of them's a bloodbath. This again drops upkeep for squig units, and then it'll give herd mentality. So as long as squigs are nearby one another in battle, they will be gaining up to 40 additional melee defense. And that's right, 40. And then 40% damage resistance, which that's ward save. And they're also going to be unbreakable. So this is a death ball of squigs like no one's ever seen before. Net Them Up is going to be the last one we have access to here, which requires a goblin infantry unit of some kind, which we don't have any. And then the missile cavalry and chariot units, 3 of them. Give a gobbo a net, and he'll slow the enemy down long enough to stick him full of arrows. Give all of our goblin infantry, our normally very cheap and cheerful chaff, a net that is not limited. So you can use this net on a 90-second cooldown. That's for all of your gobbo infantry. So 50 less block chance, and cannot move. That's insanely strong. It also will give us extra missile chance for missile strength rather for your missile cavalry and chariot units, which is it's all right. Missile chariots and cavalry are not what I tend to use with the gobbos. You also have several down here that are grayed out because they are locked. You have to do certain different kind of missions and objectives to unlock them. So here for block and smash, which will give us blockers for orcs. So if there's trolls in range, they'll gain some ward save, and smashers for trolls, where if there's orcs in range, they'll gain some more damage. Very good effect. We just need to kill 750 enemies with troll units, which we should probably be getting to pretty soon here. I want to use squigs like crazy, but we already have a bunch of the squig tactics unlocked, and we want to get some of the other ones going pretty soon here, like Ironclaw. So we have our goblins have 25% additional missile block chance, which is amazing, especially since most of them already have a shield giving them, I think, 35%. So this is up to 60% missile block right off the bat. And then they've got the passive ability, Ironclaw, giving them even more missile resistance, and then they will replenish allies' ammunition within 55 meters. Pretty amazing, actually. That gets them up to, what, 85% missile block chance? We've got to test that. That can't be right. That'll basically make you're not completely immune, but more or less immune to early game missiles for sure. Move a character to Solon gives us drag to battle wagons. Alright boys, time to get to Solon. 25% movement range regained after winning a battle, and 50% regained after raising. 35% more income from raising settlements. We've got some stuff to do. We need to build up iron for the immovable bulwark for orc infantry and unstoppable choppas. Unstoppable choppas is one of the new black orc abilities for your black orcs with great weapons. It just doesn't seem to be very good. You lose 24 melee defense, and you gain 25% base weapon damage. So you don't gain any higher chance to hit, but everyone else is going to be laying into your black orcs like they are They're not even trying to defend themselves now. They just strip all their armor off and go, hit me. I dare you. This is Earthquake. What does Earthquake do? Monsters are going to have a passive, hurting all small entities. Fungus farms. Cooldown reduction for spinning loons. There's so much cool stuff. Let's just jump in. We'll go for Gorbad's boys. Drop up keep on all of our boys units. We have a bunch of them. Also give them that nice passive.
This is the plan.
Now we need to unlock any tactic. As you tear through the battlefields, you gain insight on how to conduct warfare in the most cunning and brutal manner possible. New means of winning is surely just around the corner. We just need to do some goodies. We'll gain our abilities to do some better crumping.
Too much work.
I wonder. This is Carrick 8 Peaks.
Them gobos up to something again.
We can probably claim Carrick 8 Peaks after the second
What do you
turn here if we just ignore these guys. Hang on, let's go after Dusty first. We'll get to that. Something that 8 Peaks is very close to us. Oh, you have a giant. Well, that's gonna be a problem. 67 melee attacks. Great. What's buffing that up? What's boofing it up? That's exactly right. It'll actually show us on the battle map because they've changed the stats information up where it'll actually show you the breakdown of what's exactly affecting all of the different modifiers, which is awesome. So let's, without further ado, dive on in and crump Dusty Neck Snappa. Alright, quick jump cut. I jumped up to go grab my coffee, and turns out this loaded faster than I thought it would. So we are back. I have some delicious hazelnut coffee, and we are ready to slaughter us some fools. Jump us out, boys. Warboss Gorbad over here with a cup of coffee in his hand. That's what his other hand's actually for. He doesn't bring a shield for a reason. Alright, so how are we going to set up to crump these boys here? We'll show off the units here in just a quick moment. First, we'll go ahead and get everyone deployed. I want the Gobbo Ballista here. They should be able to fire up and over, no problem, hopefully. Find out the hard way if they can't. We'll go ahead and deploy Gorbad into boys up front here. I want the Biggins on this side and then Spear boys behind. Ready to go bother either the Squigs or those Giants if they come on in. We'll put our own Squig herd here. Here's what we'll do. We'll put them kind of layered up. That way the Squigs hit first and then the War boys can smash in behind. Then we'll go our own archers.
Choppers ready.
Choppers ready. So likely we'll just get these guys in a bit more of a chunky legion and pull them to the center. There we go. Now, we will first show off graphic settings if I haven't already done that, because I honestly don't remember. This is the settings we're rolling with. Much settings, much graphics, lots of blood. Lovely. Go ahead and get our units in their groups, and I'll show one off. Oh, we're not playing corn anymore. It's time to actually have some unit cohesion, some proper formations. Here's our Spear boys, which those are normal boys we've seen before. We'll keep on moving. Still do love the red color scheme, especially this specific color they've got here for Gorbad. Perfect. There's Gorbad himself. Crown of an unnamed king here. Looks kind of like a Bretonian crown, but it may just be one of the random unnamed Border Prince kings. Also a hand, just in case anyone asks him for one. You never know with orcs. Strange shrooms they are. We got the checkered up boys, showing that they's the best. Our Squigs, which I think are probably actually going to be the MVPs for most people's greenskin campaigns going forward, especially for Gorbad. I love the red color. You're going to easily be able to tell our boys apart from all the other greenskins we're fighting, which I think is perfect, and it's really, really needed. Now, some of the times that you're playing Medieval 2, or even some of the other just historical games, you have a hard time deciphering which units are yours, especially Pharaoh, man. Pharaoh has it really bad. You're having a hard time deciphering which units are yours, which are the enemies. Even when they're from completely different cultures, there's some issues there, so glad to see some really robust colors. Almost forgot our bolt throwers. these ramshackle suckers here. I actually think they, and so I don't play Tabletop myself, so I'm speculating, but from based on what others have said, but I'm pretty sure these things have a chance to just explode on Tabletop and kill the goblins around them, which, well, I'm glad that it's not a thing here, because I would get unlucky every time, and just every single one of these would blow up. It would be just a magnificent slow motion line of exploding goblin ballista. But still, it's a thing. Shaman up front. There has been a change to the Little Maw, Big Maw, and I believe the Great Maw. I don't know if the Great Maw has had the change, but I know Little and Big Maw have had a little bit of a visual overhaul, which is amazing. It looks great. Let's get to it. Rotate here. You're firing on the squigs, I'm happy. Otherwise, absolutely not. Get those squigs taken down. We get them into rampage territory early. Be real perfect. We'll keep our shaman away from that giant. Oh, that was a really good first volley. Well done there, Gobbos. In fact, you can start worrying about the giant now.
Boss of the Ironclaw tribe.
Boss of the Ironclaw tribe. Let's get moving up and around.
Gorbad Ironclaw.
Throw some Gaze of Mork. Perfect. We're blasting that giant with everything we can. Well, actually, we'll go slow-mo on the Gaze of Mork because it's got a new... Pretty positive it's got a new visual, so we'll see here. Give it the business, boy. Kills 3 of these guys on the way through. There it goes. Yeah, they've got a lot more of a glowy effect to them. Right in his tum-tum. Poor guys getting shot with ballista bolts already. Alright, boys, get ready. We'll have you bring those arrows to bear against the Gobbo archers. Realize we're still in slow-mo for no reason here. Yoink, fix that up right away. Get you rotating around. Swigs charging in. Let's go ahead and have Gorbad hit them. Help us out, boys. Rip them apart. Go ahead and bring our shaman away. Gorbad, you need to fall back too. Let the spears fight the giant. We're the green tide. Go ahead and blast him with some more Gaze of Mork. Look at our ballista is having a little bit of a hard time focusing the giant archers. The giant's your new target. We've got some construction going on outside. Looks like just some good old maintenance work. So hear that? Apologies, but that's what's going on. More boys circle. Squigs, come on in. Pagans, you do the same. We'll let the Squigs go back here after these Gobbo archers back line. They've got their wall active. It's my turn. Trying to give him another gaze of... Oh, I got that the wrong... Shot the wrong unit with it. There we go. Cancel real quick. Give it to the giant. See my gaze. Couple boys being turned to jelly. It just happens sometimes. Life as an orc is dangerous. Did he use the spell? Either way, down with the giant. Drag him down, boys. Everyone's got an Achilles. That's right. You fought for the wrong tribe, you big git. I'm gonna run down the rest of these guys here and I'll catch you in a moment. Alright, decisive first win there against the Scabby-Eyed Tribe. Oh, they've got a shaman leading the way now. You get to see the new orc shaman. How awesome. Yeah, that went gloriously. A couple of our orc spears got ballisted across the wall, but that's exactly what the spears are for. I'm getting a little bit of scrap out of that one. We go ahead and eat those captives. Yeah, we want to have maximum health here for the fight against...
Munching time, boys!
For the fight against the boys here at Gate Peaks, because we're going to go after Morglum. I'm not going to do too much of the Confederation through the Tribal Confederation. We're going to do lots of bonking on the head, and then continuing through to continue to keep smacking them, because you don't gain the experience and all the gold through combat that you normally would. Sure, you get their settlements for free, but I'd prefer to claim them through violence. Let's capture Iron Rock. Once we do, we will gain a Iron Curse icon. And some treasury.
Gorbad Ironclaw.
Gorbad. Go ahead and give you route markers. We can move a bit further.
What do you need?
What do you need? Let's go ahead and upgrade our spells. Especially if we're going to be throwing hands with whatever Morglum has here. I see some biggins, which is going to be a bit of a mess. I'm here for it.
Invasions done proper.
Done proper. After this fight, we should have enough to go for those big banner boys on our biggins. Really wish it actually gave them a couple of guys in the... just maybe 2 or 3 in their unit that have banners, but such is not the way. Either way, though, Gorbad, let's do some trumping. One last sip of coffee. We've got our formation already all set up. I'll probably just swap this over where you guys are taking this flank. We only really need the boar boys to hit that side, but we might as well have both. What I'm going to do here is I'll have them set up where those archers have a hard time actually getting into fire on who they want to. But I also want to be bothering those wolf riders right off the bat. Perfect, we're going to go ahead and have Steve also. We just want to delete these wolf riders as fast as possible. Gorbad wants to stay in here with the actual boys. And we want pretty much, we don't really need groups, we just need these guys in guard mode. And same with the spear boys. Let it begin. We will wait on that gaze. Please fire on those wolf riders. Everyone else has got to go ahead and advance. Our arrow boys easily duel with gobbo archers, so we'll just kind of have them do that. Are you close enough to go over the gaze? Almost. I will overcast just to see if we get unlucky there. We might not. Charge in there, you hit them. Gorbad, go after those orcs. Rump them. Rump them proper. Oh, those ballista already defeated them before my bigot or my orc boar boys even hit. And that's the end for you, goblin wolf raiders. Flank bit. Gorbad, go for orcs at the best. They have to go all the way around. Impressive. Oh, we're shooting through the rock wall. Some true orky magic this is. What on earth? We're playing volleyball with this butte. Sure, I don't even know how that works. Get 'em, boys. Let's go ahead and bring these squigs back. Have them run over this group of orc boys here. Our spear boys are having a little bit of trouble, it seems like. And the boys keep pursuing. Time for war. Bring the battle mage over. I guess we've left them out of the fight for a little bit too long. Squigs have landed in the gobbos and they should rip right through them. Our biggins have taken a lot of damage from those enemy archers. I'm real impressed. Squigs are starting to take some damage too, though. There they go. That should be army losses. Still have the squigs go around and chase down those archers. They're gone and off the map completely. And that looks to be a victory, albeit a little bit of a costly one. The boys fought hard on both sides. Looks like this rock here is causing all sorts of weird movement issues, huh? Either way, we've got boys to round up. I'll defeat them all. Alright, a decisive victory we have achieved. Only 113 fall in the fighting there against those boys. These gobbos actually dragged down more than I would have expected. I guess they were fighting spears, but still. Well done, gobbos. We can go ahead and sack the settlement for 1,500. I think we'll go ahead and loot and occupy for the extra replenishment. Iron Rock is under our control, and we need to go after 2 provinces. Yeah, quite right. Okay, so we have Morglum if we declare war on Morglum here, I'm gonna go ahead and recruit ourselves up a Savage Orc Shaman just because they're new and I want to try them on out. So we've got a Braga or a Confident. Let's go for the Braga Ruglash. Welcome. Exactly. And Gorbad, we want probably one more set of squigs. And then a bunch of boys. We just need plenty of orc boys to run across the field and crump the fools.
The supreme
We don't quite have
Warboss.
enough scrap. I thought we'd have just enough. We go Inspiring Presence here.
Invasions done proper.
Done proper. Every time we cast a spell, we gain a nice bit of boosted recharge. I think that's a good one to go for to start here. Yeah, no, we start with Black Crag, which is awesome. Only has the one landmark, Dork's Rock, so all the best places are the ones you've nicked from other races and then made your own by leaving places or piles of poo and shiny stuff everywhere. Extra control faction-wide and diplomatic relations with greenskins, Lord Recruit rank, income from post-battle loot, income from raiding by 50%, global and local recruitment capacity increase faction-wide as well. A very good landmark. You're going to go all in on growth, though, here to start. Snag the Wolf Den for Wolf Riders. I don't really want the Wolf Riders at all, though I prefer Spider Riders if you don't get them till Settlement's rank 2. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and grab the growth building here. We've got Karakdrang has the Musta Field, so keep that in at Karakdrang. Then Iron Rock has the pile of shiny stuff, which I think I'm going to destroy for growth building. You do get squigs just kind of naturally in all settlements now, which is amazing. Squigs and goblins, and at tier 2 you get the pump wagons. So you have yourself some chariots just by upgrading your settlements.
Warboss of the Ironclaw tribe.
Camp Ruckus, give it and then brag about Nepulse. We're gonna go for Camp Ruckus. And then we go ahead and immediately declare war on Morglum. You're the mutinous gits. What do you expect?
Not doing that.
My choppers was getting clean. You're about to find out, aren't you? Alright, the turn is ours, and Kedak 8 Peaks is missing its leader now. Weird how that works. Spike Backbiter has sprinted his way towards Brag the Wowsbag. I mean, fair enough. We could just confederate his army, or his whole squad here just like that, but I really don't want to. I want Kedak 8 Peaks. So,
Take a shortcut.
we will jump through the underway, ignoring the Backbiter. Morglum's down here recruiting up some boys. He's got 8 out of 20 at the moment. We've got 14. I kind of like to send a Ruglash to go defend the Iron Rock. So let's go ahead and have you come out of the crag. If you start doing your raiding, it's not that big a deal. That's for orcs.
That way.
We'll have you just grab a herd of squigs. So we'll do 2 squigs and some more boys. Because you do need some infantry. You can't just have nothing but squigs. You can, but you shouldn't. Let's go for growth here in the Black Crag. Because we want Black Crag. This is going to be our main settlement we care about. Black Crag and 8 Peaks once we claim it.
Here we go.
There we go. We've got 2 plans. We could give one to Rug last year, but I'm not going to. He gets to be on his own. So we should, though, real quick, take a quick look at what our Savage Orc Great Shaman has. He looks incredible. Love the longhorn and the painted up longhorn. It's fantastic. He's a Braga, of course. And we've got Paint de Boys, so leadership and resistance for orcs. Paint de Boars for speed and resistance to orcs. And then Paint de Beasts for resistance and physical and spell resistance for trolls, giant arachnoids, colossal squigs, and rogue idols, which is very good. He also gets a wyvern. Ooh, he's a flying spellcaster. Well, that's lovely. We've got one of the boys for more melee attack and weapon strength. Superstitious Savages, giving us armor piercing and damage for Savage Orcs and Rider units. Melee defense and charge bonus for all the same. Trance-addled Buffoon. Good old craziness giving you more vigor, speed, and melee defense. And then the Great Grain giving us wins and magic reduction for big wall spells. That mumbo jumbo chant we saw earlier, I think. Unless I'm remembering something else. Either way, they've got the mumbo jumbo chant, which stops them from moving. But then basically gives you the wah ability for everyone the entire time that you're chanting, so for a whole 30 seconds. Very, very good. If you time this, you can go mumbo jumbo chant into wah, into mumbo jumbo chant into wah. Terrifying. Luckily, yeah, it should not be good enough to do that. While he's raiding, he should also gain us a little bit of scrap, so 3, just enough to get us those big banner boys. Here for it. Yeah, taking 8 peaks itself is not possible. We have to do this by beating down on Morglum. Alright, he just came to us. I mean, granted, he's got a Black Orc Big Boss. But we got Big Boss business. Boy, the boss needs you to deal with that other thing. Hero action, cost, and success chance. So in one turn, he got up to 15 troops. I mean, we can make it. We can move it down here together. Gorbad plus Ruglash. We should be able to snipe him down with our Gaze of Mork, our double up Gaze of Mork. And then we'll go ahead and give the scrap upgrade. Quit shout while I'm thinking. Yeah, to our... Well, I would like to go with the Work 4 boys. Let's give it to the biggins. Sweet. Keep loading your stuff from your kills onto this banner. You can see they've got a little bit of a new UI for it, too. So you can see one of the 3 scrap upgrades. And this lovely little icon.
What do you need?
Morglum, you should have run when you had the chance.
Yeah.
Let's crump him. Let's crump him proper. Heroic victory, it says. He's got 3 squigs, 1 set of boar boy biggins. Thankfully, most of his infantry is just night gubbos. Only 1 set of archers, and we can take the pump wagons down with a couple of ballista shots, hopefully. Onward to the field. Mutinous gets. Meet your maker. Alright, same map, but at least we are in the daylight. Alright, so we've got our initial formation set up. We're just gonna go ahead and add some extra boys into the line here. And our other boys will go ahead and just put in here. So no one should be getting through. Actually, let's swap it up. Yeah, like so. We don't want the normal boys getting charged by the poor boy biggins. We prefer that be our biggins themselves. Because even though they don't have any charge defense versus large, they at least have their own anti-large, so they should be able to charge in and do some good old chunky damage. This time... Oh, lovely. My favorite. Okay, so let's go ahead and get them all set back up. Legions of boys. Alright, so spears on this side, how we had them previously. Up front to kind of catch those... Kind of catch the snotling pump wagons going on in. We can have it in a way that they have a hard time getting through it all. Get them kind of together. Biggins on this side, and then that last boys back where they had them. Expand to that group a little bit more. We don't really need them charging through into our archers. Our 2 squigs and our boar boys ready to charge in on anything that makes it in close. They'll basically be our defense cap. Reinforcements will be here soon. Let's hope we have the strength to hold the line in the meantime. Let's do it more like this, that way they are forced through into the choke points. They're kind of pouring around, but they can't actually flank these guys properly.
Gorbad Ironclaw.
And they can block this entire thing here. Perfect. Units.
The Warboss.
Guard mode for you and our 2 archers and artillery. And let it begin. Thankfully no giant, so the shaman really should be targeting
You fight. You stick to the plan. And you win.
these boar boy biggins when we can.
No questions. Whoa.
Oh, they're gonna hold back. That lets me build up magic, my friend. What a good strategy. A minute 29 till our reinforcements are here. We've got Black Orc Big Boss, and they're trying to shout in tandem, look like. And a normal Warboss. Big Boss, much scarier than their Warboss leader here. Actually, Orcs are the best. Don't know if you got the memo, but
The Gumbo Brigade!
the Gumbo Brigade.
Yeah!
AI will be aware that we are in range if we are, and they'll start advancing from there.
Shifty. The war is here.
Expand our line a little bit more onto the side. Reinforcements are here.
Challenge your great show.
We'll have them as a secondary line. These orc boys get to take up position here behind our spears in case they're needed.
War boys.
And then our shaman can sit up front. Alright, our reinforcements are here. What say you?
Who's got a light?
Fire on those pump wagons. Who's got a light? Bother those snarling pump wagons. We'll bring our squigs this way. The other 2 swigs I'm going to keep by these more boys here.
Let me help you.
It's pretty long. They're pretty long ways away. Wouldn't mind trying to hit these poor boy biggins.
See my gaze.
But the ballista's unable to fire from here. I figured they could. They may not have super accuracy, but at least shoot. Give them business. Or face the wrong direction entirely. That works too. It's not very effective, but you can do it.
We can take this! You hear me?
Really? I figured they could reach. There they go.
This one's for Gore!
And also Morg.
Whoa.
That spell's fired. Go ahead. Fall back.
Ready. Moving fast.
Oh, it blasts some pretty good damage to both of those units there. Ballistas are starting to fire as well, so we've got their attention. Sorry, my friend, but Gorbad's smarter than you are. Here come those ballista shots. Hitting the wrong unit. I mean, they're impaling some orcs there. We'll take it. Speaking of, they're not going to move. Well, I'm gonna go for another one of those then. Fire on the pump wagons, please. You're wasting ballista shots on these war boys. Or these normal boys. There we go. They were bound and determined not to fire on the pump wagons. Also, like, missiles come flying in. Here comes another gaze. Yeah, it blasts right through into both. They've got to start moving towards us eventually. Because we're on very hard. There's no way they're just going to let us keep hitting them like that. I wouldn't mind, but there's no way they're going to let it happen. Keep blasting those boar boys. Yeah, ballistas, you keep bothering those pump wagons. I don't want to see any of the chariots get anywhere near us. They're all going down this other side, so we'll bring the ballista or the spears this way.
Moving fast. Have it.
Ready, get ready.
Need ideas, Boss Ironclaw!
Alright, both of you now turn fire on those poor boy biggins. And double gaze. Fury. Ooh, some good damage. Alright, fall back. Our shaman actually has brain bursta, which we can use to hurt those squigs quite badly. All back. Squigs around. In fact, we're gonna probably send all the squigs in at once. Spears make a wall. Keep blasting those Tusky boys. Archers are firing in. Get in there. Oh, that was a terrible call for you guys. Those boar boys are gone. The last charge of the biggins. Nice, Squigs. Let's send you all wide. You charge those Squigs. You go ahead and charge them with them. Overwhelm and destroy. Ballista, new target is going to be these lads. Go for a brain burst in with all this nonsense. Fire on the Squig herd, break it quickly. Help us out, boys. Squigs hit the back line there. Archers, not sure what you're doing, but go ahead and fall back. Spearmen. Hold them in position for a moment. There we go. Archers, you fire here. Fire here on these biggins. It's not time to war yet. Squigs are having a feast in the back line there. Alright, they've activated their wall. Ours is coming in next. Come on, Gorbad. Go ahead and eviscerate this big blob. They don't even have all of our units engaged. Charge the Squigs through. Spears are on fire somehow. Alright, Gorbad, you and the Savage Orc Shaman go ahead and duel this Warboss. Squigs are mauling their way through the back line. Keep pursuing. You guys fire on this boss that's in the way here. One of the Savage Orc Shaman is actually winning his fight. Gorbad's struggling a little bit. Having no shield is a bit unfortunate. Crump him, Gorbad, crump him. Squigs, we need to maul you. To maul the specialist here. You fire this direction. The rest of his war party is broken. We'll send the Squigs to round up the boys that are too cowardly to keep fighting. Oh, the boar boy biggins were still there. They're back on it. I didn't see down here. Unfortunate. But I'll happily sacrifice a single unit for the win here. Even go ahead and pull back. We can't exactly use either of the gazes in here with all of the big blobbed up units. That group's getting mauled. We'll send the spears there. That looks like that is the army losses for good old Morglum. Purple gets close at no match. We didn't nearly lose our boar boys, but I think that's completely acceptable. We will go ahead and keep rounding up the rest of these poor fools, and I'll catch you in a moment. Alright, we will take a close victory, especially one that allows us to claim 8 peaks. 227 fall to their 1125. We gain a terrifying Mask of E for our efforts. Lovely. And more scrap is what it is. We'll go ahead and take the replenishment.
Get your strength up, warrior.
Yum yum, a mushroom stew. That's the power of Dwa. We've unlocked a new tactic for all of our big Wa casting. And now Morglum has been defeated, so we'll go ahead and take their territory. Morglum Backstabba, leader of the Crooked Moon Mutinous tribe, has been defeated. Greenskin's tribal hierarchy is brutal but simple. Bash in enough ends and take enough loot. Sooner or later, you're gonna get some mobs and become a war boss. Beat up another war boss in battle, and his mobs will become yours too. This loyalty is a concept that neither orcs or goblins really care for. Mine. And from here, we just start bashing everyone. No one from here is our friend. Except for maybe Clan Moors for the time being. We'll keep the rats at arm's length until we're ready to crump them good. So that's 8 peaks secured. Just like that, the War of 8 Peaks is won. A Tier 3 settlement. Nice indeed. A greenskin encampment. Really changed the icons here. Oh, you can get extra control in adjacent provinces. That's amazing. Rock Lava's trolls, Black Orcs with great weapons. Yes, please. We also have the boss's tent set up here, the pile of shiny stuff, and a fighting pit. So we have access to a Black Orc Big Boss, which we actually have Morglum too. And all I really want out of Morglum's army is this boss here. Oh, we can't. There we go. Wrong, get rid of ya. Yeah, the rest of this we're gonna go ahead and just say goodbye to. See you later, Morglum. Really feel like paying for you. We have two warlords we need. I'm gonna kind of keep Ruglash down here defending 8 peaks. And preparing for whatever we need to fight against these Dawi here, who will likely move in to try the stunties, will try to steal our stuff. We'll dig some ditches here in 8 peaks. Shaman's hut. Let's go ahead and get us some beast layers. All orcs like to have a go, although this doesn't give us anything other than upkeep production for boar units, so let's actually not. We can get these Spider Rider buildings with the Gloomy Hollows. So let's do that. I'm not sure if it's the first or the second one that you need to start the quest line for Snagla, so we'll go ahead and just at least try our best. Love it. We have a Tier 3 settlement 3 turns in. This isn't the fastest I've seen other creators get in a single turn, but I'm not that level of crazy. Props to all of you, though. I think the shiny stuff's not super amazing. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and destroy this. 250 income is pretty mad. We're going to get the raiding building instead. Boss's shack. Also having a shaman's hut, giving us an extra shaman for a garrison is going to be a really good idea. Keeping the rats out. Let's grab a troll cave. Ooh, I lied. I'm going to make this squig army. So yeah, let's grab ourselves the swig caves. We'll keep flipping it around until I figure it out eventually. Valea's Sorrow has the boss's tent as well. Interesting. I'll go ahead and tear out the boss's tent. And we'll put in probably the Raiden stashes and the growth building here. So we'll go Raiden stashes because this gives us extra post-battle loot faction-wide, income from raiding faction-wide, and then income from sacking and looting faction-wide.
Gorbad Ironclaw.
Ironclaw's icon for you sounds perfect. Let's go ahead and upgrade the Gaze of Mork.
Savage Orc, great shaman.
Exactly. We need to use Brother Savage Orcs too. You rolling around with normal orc boys is not the way.
Yeah.
Roll, get rid ya. Alright, so Gorbad, if we stay here...
Smashing is what you be doing.
Smashing is what you'll be doing. We can get us some biggins. We've got 4 orc boys, this is not a bad line. Get us some more biggins. Make sure we can afford them. So 4 biggins is a really good core. And then we can snag... We don't really need the archers, but giving them that 20% extra range. If they lost their poor accuracy, no, they still have terrible accuracy. They miss more often than they hit. Let's go... Squigs are so cheap. We'll go Squigs. I think Gorbad's army all set up. So 670 is all that's going to increase. That's perfect. We bring in the big boss here. Probably remove the spear boys for some more biggins. Alright, Gorbad, time to go finish off our war with these gits. We've met Clan Moors as well. We'll go ahead and grab that non-aggression pact.
Talk instead of fight kill, yes?
Yes.
How can you best...
Play the political game a little bit. Moonhallows and Red Fangs prepare to get crumped.
This is my
They're fighting against
tribe.
Rictus.
So talk.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Beautiful. What a fantastic start. Alright, Ruglash. I'm gonna have you build us up some scrap too, so come on up towards 8 Peaks. You'll hang out there. 8 Peaks, we can build up the boss's shack for more control and local recruitment capacity. I think that's a good idea. How awesome. Alright, first, or I guess third turn. Alright, like that, we are the baddest Warboss around already. Tactic removed, so now we have to go ahead and reapply it. Maintain control of 3 provinces will give us 1,000 more treasury and an obsidian amulet. We will get to that, don't you worry. Oh, Gorbad. We'll go ahead and kick them out for once, that's no problem. I'll go into normal. I guess we can raid our way through Black Crag, no problem. No problem. Hit us up that scrap. Doesn't give us any extra experience though. Rock, you go join up. I'm gonna have Ruglash and 8 Peaks for now.
Maybe I will.
Maybe I will.
Of the old ways.
Go idols here. Well, it is already tier 3, but I'm actually going to ignore 8 Peaks besides just claiming it for now. We could have got Black Orcs already too, which would have been nice. We're gonna go ahead and snag another raiding stash though. And then here at Black Crag, we can upgrade Black Crag itself. Green skin camp. And then we move on Barag to Wazbag.
I was having a big think.
Alright, Ruglash, you can get you some new units too. Oh, actually, what do we need for the Savage Orcs? They have their own chain.
Nothing.
Oh, where are my Savage Orcs at? Is it only Wurzag that has access to them? It might be. Well, that's cool. Only Wurzag has access to them unless you maybe claim the settlement building over here in Ekrund. Because I think Ekrund has a landmark that allows you to build them. Valea's Sorrow will go ahead and pop in the Goblin Watchtower so we don't get attacked by any rampaging gits. And
Boys, no shame when I'm
want to pass the
thinking.
turn. Let's go ahead and get one more Squig Herd, and then we'll pass the turn.
Ready for some good stuff.
Alright, the Batwing Looney. I'm gonna fly, do the loop-de-loop. Watch me go. Ranked up in raiding stance, gives us more income from raiding. Little Doom Diver catapults.
Yeah.
Alright, Gorbad. I think we want to go for just making you boys big and odd. So where's the boys? Weapon strength for Orc infantry and missile strength for their air compatriots.
What do you need then?
Oh, Big Boss could be dead odd. We'll make him better at training. Do they have anything new themselves? No, they look exactly the same as they once were. Look, this might be new. Where they have Boss of the Field, Heroic Killing Blow, or One Orc Army. That was pretty positive. They already had this, so moving on along.
Maybe
Gorbad.
I will.
Yeah, we didn't raid. We didn't recruit all the units we wanted to. You do have one less recruitment duration on global, but I don't need the extra unit at all. Go steal some gold from these clowns.
That's right. Whoa.
That's right. We got some angler squigs now.
You more?
Which, truthfully, we can't really field too many, but we could get one. Let's go ahead and grab an additional normal orc boy or two, and then we'll probably go for the mangler squigs as soon as we can. And we're just gonna have Ruglash start finding a spot to raid around in. All right, soon.
Sometimes planning is too much work.
So we a warmonger now. We get 30 additional growth, 5 more control, recruitment cost reduction, winds of magic, and more leadership.
It's time.
Almost the call to War. And actually, if we can get the call to War on these gits, we could get the whatever the extra bonus is, and we could also start up the tactic for just completing one of the calls to War. Where's that at here? Yeah, we get Regimental. He just gives us more movement range, upkeep production, and bigger loss. So we ideally would go for a wall pretty soon. Alright, Ruglash is now a constructor of great buildings. And we've got our quest issued for Snagla Grobspit, Spider Vengeance. Maintain a total of 6 spider units. We need Deaf Creepers, Forest Goblins, or Forest Goblin Spider Rider Archers. When men from the Empire first cut their frontiers deeper into the surrounding forest, they unwittingly began their bitter war of the Drakewald, continues to this day. Unbeknownst to them, their deepest forays had encroached dangerously close to the most holy of sites of the Forest Goblin tribes, the many sacred lands known as the Black Pit, or the Valley of Many Eyes. Strayed near that dark and web-strewn place is certain death, for the Forest Goblins will stop at nothing to destroy any interlopers who dare approach it. Once we maintain those 6 units, we apparently just unlock Snagler right then and there. So you know what? Sure. I'm gonna go ahead and make this army be nothing but kind of fast boys. Get rid of the normal boys here. And then we can start recruiting in those Spider Riders. Something we'll begin with the Forest Goblin, because these are kind of like Savage Goblins. They're not, but it's very similar. So they work with our Savage Orcs. Yeah, give me some of these Forest Goblin. Let's Snagla Sue.
Tell the boys.
Tell the boys it's time to start crumping.
Destroyer of empires.
Grab Gorbad's boys once more here, and we can charge on in and rush these fools.
Do what I say. No mucking about.
Ooh, we got like 4 voice lines at once.
Get
Well
your
spite.
choppers, boys.
Unfortunately for you, I don't care so much about confederating with your faction. We will begin in the next episode with a battle against Spite, Backbiter, and we'll be breaking the Scabby-Eyed tribe, but for now, I'm out of time for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by today, the very first of our Ironclaw Orcs campaign. If you all enjoyed the video, then leave a like for the like god and a sub for this upthrown, and I will see you all in the next one.